and we are a national project, and therefore the
I got a thread. I'm watching Charlie Kirk school some school kids. Okay, gotta show her. Oh. Hi. Whoops. Hi, little baby. Look at all those toys you have. Who is giving you all those toys? Me. Okay. Waiting for you to come. So here I am. Oops, I'm a little short. Okay, cool. Okay. Putting a note down. Can I type? What's that, Cherie? I'm so sorry I haven't answered a lot of those comments on my dad's birthday. I know you were praying for me. I love you so much. How you doing? Okay. Time out. I have my water. What did I need? I'm giving a big plug. I don't even know what the name of this is, but it's watermelon. If you are on my membership team, you know the struggle that I had doing this. I haven't even uploaded that yet. I was saving it. I can't upload it now because I'm trying to take everything offline. So you'll get that a little bit later. Shoot. I really, really, really wanted to finish all that today, but I didn't. Didn't take a shower either. Okay, so this she makes, it kind of looks, sorry, it's pink. It's watermelon. And this is Danny Cesario. I can't remember what the name of her company is, but she's, I think, 17, 18 years old, and she's doing something on her own. This is coconut oil, beeswax, shea butter, and flavor. The flavor is watermelon. And I'm loving this. And it gives a little pink tint, kind of. Yeah. Not wearing any makeup. Voila. Because I was asking, I'm like, does this tint your lips a little bit? And it kind of does. So very cool. Shout out to Danny. Next time I will give you a way to, or the name of her company. I don't think she has a way to do it. Yeah, it's lip balm. Duh. Sorry. Yes, it is lip balm. She doesn't have an Etsy store. I should tell her to do something like that. She just sold it to a country store. This is the Catholic family, the Cesarios that I go to all the time. Her daughter, and she works at the country store. Sorry, she just yawned. She just woke up. I took her to go potty so I don't. Hey, where are you going? I was hoping she'd be asleep, but I had to have her go potty so that I don't have to do it in the middle of our talk here. Yes, it's lip balm. And it really, I mean, it smells just to me. I can't even smell it. Where is it? Darn it. Yeah. So you can smell it a little, but you really got to shove it up to your nose. It reminds me of watermelon bubblegum. Oh my gosh. Who had watermelon bubblegum? I did all the time. Sierra. See, this is where I hate it. I have 2 minutes. LOL, doubt she'll be stumbling into that country. I doubt I'll be stumbling into that country store. But if what else? Oh, shoot. All the other stuff is in Tennessee. But when I go back down, I can bring some with me when I come to Albuquerque, New Mexico on November 23rd. Cannot wait. Oh, hey, Audrey. I'll bring you both some. I don't remember the other kind. She makes lotion and she makes these fizz things. Okay, cool. I will. She makes these little fizz balls that you put on the bottom of your shower, and it just exudes all this lovely aroma. And it's like, I don't know, I guess it's like Pepto-Bismol kind of thing at the bottom. I don't know how she makes that, but I will ask. All right, hang on 1 second. Sierra, hi. Hello, little girl. Come here. Do you want to say hi to people on the video? Yeah. Oh, look at you. Look, you're gonna. Do you want some food? Hang on. 1 second. Where's that? Okay. Okay. Let's say hi. Let's say hi to a couple people. You're so good. Yes, you are. Okay. Look how big she's getting. She's getting so big when she puts her bath bombs. Yes, that's what it is. When she puts her hands up to go get stuff, like she's almost touching, she's still biting. I have to do a video of this. It is hilarious. Do you smell that watermelon? This is becoming a joke with us anymore because she plays with it. I have to do a video. I can't do it justice. Look, no. Hey. She's too big for sleeping in your lap on the car. She's not really. When she curls up, ow. You're not being nice. You're not showing that I'm a very good mom. Look. Ugh, she's so heavy. She's only 12 pounds. I think she's like 20. Who is that? Oh, remember how little her head was? Okay, I'm putting you down. You are no fun fighting me. I love her so much. I'm telling you, I now know why God wanted me to get her when I did, because I was thinking, I should have my head examined for getting a dog when I'm moving. The move fell through. Yesterday was my dad's birthday. He died on Christmas last year. Tomorrow is my husband's birthday. He died on the 27th of January. Believe it or not, 33 days later, when I actually counted it on the calendar, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh, hey, Teresa. Cute puppy face. She is adorable. I love her. She's not too big to sleep in my lap. And I'm telling you, my mom says the same thing. She's like, for the safety of both of you, you have a seatbelt. She doesn't. What? Wait. What? 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 Do you see this? Do you see that? I think she could see that. What do you want, baby? Go 9-9, okay? Oh, look, she can almost touch the top of this. Hi. Okay. What are you saying? It's okay. She knows she's being videotaped or whatever. Hi. Do you want to sleep up here? You got to calm down if you want to. You want to come up here? Come here. Okay. You want to go 9-9 at me? No biting. Oh. Okay. Go 9-9, okay? Okay. Go 9-9. She's biting me. Okay. You got a little bit of life with me and the cutie. Oh. Okay. So I typed that. Ooh. I gotta move everything for her. Okay, are you gonna go 9-8 or are you gonna try and do something with everything? Because it's 3 minutes into the show and we haven't even started. All right, say bye. Say bye. You're going down, kid. Go 9-8, okay? All right, sorry, people. This is my life. I mean, I had to do 3 videos today. Did them all. Didn't edit the one. Didn't edit the 2. Oh, got it to my members. Okay. Didn't shower today. So there we go. Okay. How do you suffer with joy? And you don't have to suffer with some big catastrophic thing in your life. It could be someone else is ill. Maybe you're ill. You think of the saints and how they embraced all of the things that were going bad. Some of them whipped themselves. They were suffering for Jesus. What does that mean? It means that you are aligning and uniting your wounds to Jesus's wounds. And you offer it up to Jesus on the cross and you make it meritorious. So every time when my dad died, I feel like I didn't even have that much time to mourn him because 33 days later, my husband died out of the blue. I mean, my dad was in the hospital for 2 months, died on Christmas Day. But we look at it, all of my brothers, we all look at it like a beautiful time to talk about dad, to remember him on Christmas. Every single Christmas, we were at my dad's. Christmas Eve, actually. Hey, Jenny, offering your sufferings to Jesus. Absolutely. So I don't know what you guys have going on. Type in the comments if you're kind of dealing with something. You could even be suffering from a cold. Maybe you're not feeling well. That's still suffering. You're not yourself. You might lose your job. You might get in a car crash, not have your car anymore. I mean, there are real life things that happen that don't have to be like a death or a super bad illness. Because when you turn to Jesus and you look at all that he did, the wounds, Sierra, okay, good girl. I'm yelling at her because she's going under the table, which is all wood, and she's chewing on the wooden legs. And then she comes out with her toy. I got to show you. I'm sorry. The squeaky toy, perfect, just perfect for the live. I'm sorry. Do you guys hate it when I do that with my dog all the time? I mean, I think she's adorable, but you guys may be like, come on, get back to the show. Okay. I just think about all that Jesus did. He was just sweating blood, crying. He was man and divine God. So he had the impact and the thoughts that a man would have. But he also knew divinely that he had to do this. He even asked God, the Father, to take this cup away from him. He didn't want to do it, but he obeyed. And that is something that I remember mainly when my husband died, because I was like, what? This wasn't our plan. Gosh, I really want to not cry. This was not our plan. We were going to move to Tennessee. We were on our way there. We were going to finish the house. My entire world blew up. Hey, what? Come here. Want to lay down? Okay, come here. You want to comfort me? Oh, she's been so perfect as she bites my hand. Whenever, hey, no, she's licking it. Oh my gosh. See, she had dirt out there, dirt on my hand. Okay, sorry. Hey, don't bite. All right. I had no idea what I was going to do. And then I prayed, and I swear the rosary, it was actually a devotion. I'll be honest. I didn't know that there was Our Sorrowful Ladies Rosary. I didn't find that out until I went to go talk in Montana, and I met Sister Dee Dee, one of the most awesome nuns I've ever met in my life. Hi, do you want to go down now? Sorry. She was so awesome, and she was doing a talk on Our Sorrowful Mother's Rosary. So I learned about the rosary, and I said, I don't know what I'm praying, but I'm praying it every day, and it's helping me. And it's the 7 Sorrows of Mary. Hey. She's holding on. No. And she's biting gently. This means she's probably going to go to sleep. Whoops. So listening and thinking and meditating, not really listening. Yeah, I was listening because it was on the Catholic Crusade, I think it was, a YouTube video. They've got amazing prayers out there, and that's when I found our sorrowful mother's devotion. There's a devotion when you just, I think you say one Our Father and one Hail Mary, and then you move on. Hi. So ultimately, hey, I'm not keeping you up here if you're going to bite. No bite. Okay. I just can't even do it anymore. Okay. So, all right, honey, I'm going to let you down. All right. I'm not thinking very well because you're biting me. Okay. So I didn't even think about doing this, but I'm going to pull them up now. Okay. The Seven Sorrows of Our Mother. Oh, know the seven sorrows and promises of Our Lady of Sorrows, Queen of Martyrs. Okay. The source and depth of Our Lady's sorrows. Okay, where are they? All right, here we go. Sorry about the squeaking. The prophecy of Simeon, Luke 2:34 through 35. Now, I have heard the saints write about this. I've heard the saints write about this, and they say that Simeon went into way more detail than just that Bible verse. That he went all the way through his passion. And so hence Mary, while Jesus is a baby and she's presenting him following the law, being obedient, and she has to live knowing all of this stuff that is going to happen to her son. Number 2, the flight into Egypt. This is Matthew chapter 2:13 through 21. Herod was the king at the time, and he was running around killing every single boy under 2 years old. Then the angel whispered into Joseph's ear, or he had a dream, I'm sorry, that's more like it, saying, take the baby and Mary and get the heck out of there. So they flew to Egypt. Now, Joseph has to support the two, and he doesn't speak the language. I don't know if at this time they were so calm and peaceful and knew that God was going to take care of them no matter what. I mean, I would think maybe at this point they were, but that would be pretty sorrowful. They're both leaving everyone they know. Number 3, the loss of Jesus for 3 days. This is Luke 2:41 through 50. There's something to be said about the 3 days. We lost Jesus from his crucifixion to the resurrection for 3 days. Was this maybe God the Father preparing Mary and Joseph, although Joseph wasn't alive during that time, of what was going to happen to Jesus? Could be. Magical 3 days. I'm so sorry about that squeak. Number 4, the meeting of Jesus and Mary on the road to Calvary. What? The meeting of Jesus and Mary on the road to Calvary. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm reading this totally wrong. Mary meets Jesus while he's walking to his death, carrying his cross. I don't know if you've seen, what is that name? The Passion of the Christ, hello, with Jim Caviezel. And he sees Mary at that moment, and there's this beautiful, loving gaze. You have to think about Mary. I've done a whole live on Mary, but you have to think about her as heartbroken. You know, I mean, I think about myself and I'm like, I would have been rip-roaring mad. I would have been, shouting at all these people who were harming my dear, dear child, knowing that he's God, he's innocent. She just accepts it all. It doesn't mean that her heart isn't breaking. She was sinless. She talked to God all the time. Throughout the Bible, she contemplated things in her heart. So this was tearing her apart. Sorry about that one. I'm like, meeting Jesus and Mary on the road. I always think of him as carrying his cross. But yes, he was on the road to Calvary before he went up to what is the skull? People in the comments, give me that one. Golgotha. Never mind. I got it. Okay, back to the 7 sorrows. Number 5, the crucifix of Jesus. John 19:18 through 30. Can you imagine? He is hanging there, unrecognizable. That's another thing that you will hear the saints say. You couldn't even tell he was a man. He was so beaten to a pulp, totally beaten to a pulp. And I sit there and I'm like, how do you take that as a mother who in her womb, God himself was growing? She, cared for him. She comforted him, and he drank from her breast. She was feeding him, taking care. I mean, it's insane to think that she was there from the very beginning all the way until the end. Number 6, Jesus taken down from the cross. Oh, she's holding, there's I think it's a picture. Is it the Madonna? No, is that the Madonna? I'm calling it something else, but it's Mary carrying Jesus. I thought it was the Madonna, but I don't know if it is. And Jesus is like laying there with like human flesh, it's all in like ivory or something. Can you imagine how covered in blood she was? Because that's all he was like ripped flesh hanging off of a skeleton. Scary. Jesus laid in the tomb. This was John 19:39 through 42. So there he goes. And before he dies, he says on the cross, Mother, it's all right. Mother, not receive. Oh my gosh, that's the most important thing ever. Mother, receive your son. Son, receive your mother. Pieta, thank you very much. That's not how it went. How was it? Come on. People in the gallery, help me. Behold your mother. Mother, behold your son. It's just coming a little later to me tonight. And I think about that. Like Jesus gave John his mother, and he took her into his home. That's what we're supposed to do. The home being the heart. And I've mentioned this before, but think about how different John's gospel is from the other 3. Why? Because he was living with Mary. He knew a whole lot more. He had devotion to Mary, one of the first Marian devotees. Okay, let me get back here to the comments. Hello, let's show them. I do an offering in the morning, offering my joys and sufferings of the day for reparation against offenses against Jesus' Sacred Heart and Mary's Immaculate Heart. That's beautiful. I think that's Fatima as well. I wonder, so Jenny, tell me, like when things aren't going your way, like when you told me to pray for your friend who went into assisted suicide. I don't know how you want to say that. I think that's how you said that to me. And I think her name was Linda or something. Linda or Kelly. I don't know why those 2 names are here. How did you deal with that? What did you turn, and were you joyful of Jesus's mercy? Because I think that that's what a lot of us, if someone's really sick, maybe they're not back in the church, maybe they did something like your friend that you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's got to be like a mortal sin. She may not make it to heaven, may not make it to purgatory. I think that God's mercy, and this was what Sister Dee Dee nailed me with, because I was telling her how I was like, there's no way my husband's going to heaven. He hasn't been to church in forever, blah, 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 blah. I was basically, before the priest came to perform last rites on him, even though he was dead, up to 3 hours. I keep sharing this with everyone so you know. Up to 3 hours after a person dies, they can have last rites and the apostolic pardon prayed over them. That's what happened. I'm so grateful that the medical guy that was there as I was whipping holy water over my husband, he knew that I was Catholic. He goes, do you want to see a priest? Do you want a priest to come? And I almost said, what for? I did. And then I said, yes, I would. As they're working on him, he never came back. I mean, he was dead the minute he hit the floor. He had a coronary heart attack. I mean, gone. So when the priest answered, and he was one of my favorite priests, I mean, I'm so blessed that he was the one that did all that. And I'm on the phone with my mom, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, Father, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm performing last rites because we don't know when the soul leaves the body. I didn't know at that point that it was up to 3 hours. I heard that from Father Chris Alar on his Saturday things. And I have to tell you, I rewound it a couple times. Like, what did he say? What did he say? Up to 3 hours? Like, oh. But at the same time, would God have kept him out? Like, based on everything that he learned, everything that I changed, that he saw and he changed as well? I mean, you have to think of God's mercy. So when I have moments like yesterday, my dad's birthday, and tomorrow, my husband's birthday, I just have to think that they're saved. I prayed on it. I offered up every moment that I was like doubting, because I didn't want, how do I say this? I didn't want anyone to think that I didn't have my faith, and I wanted to share everything that happened with me. Like him visiting me, and my mom, and a friend of mine, and her husband and their dog. I mean, I'm telling you, so many signs. I just did a podcast today because of the gospel that was all about, you wicked generation, you just want a sign. And we get signs all the time. We get prayers answered. We get signal signs. Like I mentioned on my podcast, like if you're, okay, I'm going to use my example. I was driving home. I was praying to my confirmation saint, Saint Therese, the little flower. When you pray to her, you know, you can ask for roses. That's what she's all about, and that's what Mary is about. So I said, you know, Saint Therese, if you want to give me a rose, please do. So I'm driving. I don't have my dog at this point. I'm all by myself. And I never go to this rest area because you have to get off the highway, drive down the street, and go there. My husband and I never went there. And I'm like, oh, I'll go there because I really had to go to the bathroom. I get out of the car, and this whole place, like 50 little rose bushes. I mean, there had to have been hundreds of them at this time of the year, were totally opened up and bloomed. And that, my friends, is a signal sign that you can get. Okay, getting back to the comments. The Chaplet of Our Lady of Sorrows is beautiful, and we try to say it every Tuesday and Friday. Interesting. Tuesday and Friday because of Jesus, because you've got some people from Medj that are like Wednesday and Friday, kind of don't eat meat. But I'm assuming the sorrowful mysteries with Jesus. Wait, I had clean. Ah, here it is. Huh. I put Kleenex right next to me just in case. Okay. All right, Cherie, you're totally on it. The Pieta and Behold. Tracy. Yeah, sorry. Linda, Kelly, Tracy, not even close. Yes, prayed many Divine Mercy chaplets. That's awesome. Did you happen to have, I mean, I don't know. I think you can offer a Gregorian Mass for people who aren't Catholic. I don't know if she was or not. I mean, I just think like souls like that need it for sure. Okay. Hi, Aline. Oh, for her, of course. Okay. So, what is it that you are suffering from? Could be migraines, could be, no, she wasn't Catholic. Okay. But I think it would still be great. I know it's expensive, but maybe something for her. By the way, Gregorian Masses can only be said for people who have passed away. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. she whines like, I was going to show you again. She whines when she plays with her toys. So that's what she's doing. So funny. Okay. Gregorian masses can only be said for people who have passed away. There are 30. No. I'm looking at myself. That wouldn't work either. 30 masses in a row for that person. My friend Wendy, she's the person that has been attacked by witchcraft. I have a video that I have to edit and get out there for her. But she said one Gregorian mass is good enough. You're out of purgatory and into heaven. I don't know that. I'm not sure of that. You let me know. Jenny, I know you and your husband, we're going to, buy 15 or 30 of them for each other? I mean, that's a lot of money. And if you don't have to, maybe you don't pay that. Okay. Another thought. We don't know God's plan. You've heard many times. She's so funny. We've heard many times that God brings good out of every bad. I look at my husband. I'm like, I don't not want him here. If I had the choice, I would ask God not to heal me, not to have me do all these things. I want to have my life with my husband, which I was so comfortable with. We loved each other so much. And we were going into this part of our life where we were going to be those homesteaders. Maybe not with cows, but we were thinking about chickens and all that kind of stuff. But God brings good out of every bad. So he heals me of my marijuana addiction that I started back up when he retired. Not his fault at all. He said, hey, I know you don't do it, but do you mind if I do? And I totally fell into it. The minute it got in the house, it was over. And then, of course, drinking, which I've never quit. So there is awesome good in that alone. Then I get this whole prayer thing. Not prayer thing. I mean, it was many, many days of prayer where I would start praying the rosary, and then we would start talking about the retreat house. I mean, he and I were designing it in my head. I believe it was him. And I got attacked one day right before I was going to go down there. She's so noisy. Right before I was going to go down to Tennessee by myself, my first time there. And I had this panic attack while I was in the middle of praying this beautiful rosary, the surrender rosary. I've mentioned it many times. The first decade, you say after every Hail Mary, Jesus take over. I'm sorry, before every Hail Mary, Jesus take over. Then the second, you say, Mother Mary, guide me. Third, Jesus take over. Fourth, Mother Mary, guide me. Fifth, Jesus take over. Just Jesus take over, Mother Mary, guide me, alternating. And I'm telling you, I was on my first decade, probably the third Hail Mary. And I said, Jesus, take over, Hail Mary, full of grace. And then all of a sudden, I received this absolute attack. I'm freaking out about going down to Tennessee. I'm crying. My body is, cramping, and I'm feeling sick to my stomach. Tears are flowing from my face. I can't even stop them. I mean, just nothing like what you've seen. And I was like, I can't go there. I've got to sell the place. There's no way I can go down there. I can't live there without him. And then all of a sudden, after about a minute, 2 minutes of this, I said, this is a total attack. And then all I said was, Jesus, take over. Instant. Everything was fine. My body, my tears, my mind, everything. And that's when I knew this is truly God's plan. Because this guy, the evil one, doesn't want me creating a retreat house, or now 2 retreat houses with a chapel for people to get closer to Jesus, to be healed. Okay. You probably all heard that before. Okay. We put in our will that we would love to have 30 Gregorian masses said when my husband and I pass on. Got it. In your will. Okay, that's cool. That's awesome. Actually, everyone should put what they really want in their will, their last will and testament, in their trust. Like, I don't want to be cremated. I don't care if I'm in, an accident that ripped my whole body apart. You can have a closed casket, but I want, oh my gosh, I got to show you this. Oh. I mean, don't you want a life that, oh, no, 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 no. Don't start biting that. Oh, sorry. Actually, I really don't care because that's like not going anywhere, but in the garbage. Okay. I don't know where I was at. She definitely has been perfect for this. I mean, anytime I would cry, like, anytime I would cry, I'd be sitting on that couch and she would come up to me and she would get in my face and just lick it. And she'd put her arms like right around the top, like she was holding on to me here. Lick, 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 lick. She knew. She knew. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, because I was thinking to myself, what in the world am I doing getting a puppy in the middle of a move? Okay. Teresa, when I asked God to send a suffering that I could offer up for the conversion of my mom and dad and brothers and sisters, then the next week I would get a cold for a week or longer. I have not asked for sufferings to be sent to me. I mean, way to go, Teresa. And that's, I was talking to my friend today. I was talking about, someone in my family, and I'm like, I think he's coming along, blah, blah, blah. And I said, I don't pray enough for him. I don't sacrifice enough for him. I don't fast enough for him. I hate fasting, but that is the true, the true way that when you pray and you cast out those demons, prayer and fasting is what it takes. So if your friends and family are not on the journey, that's what it takes. And if you ask for sufferings, which I don't, and I know that I want to live my purgatory here, I kind of wonder if that was my suffering. I mean, my dad, I knew was going to pass, but my husband at 60, when we're just about to walk into this whole new life, never did I ever imagine that would happen. So I wonder if that was like some of my suffering, but I haven't asked for it. I mean, that's what the saints do. And that's what we should be asking for more of, for the love of others and for the love of God. That's the Christian walk. It's not all, oh, well, you're Christian, your life is going to be great. Heck no. As a matter of fact, you're just going to be able to deal with things with a Christian heart. I mean, I would not. If it wasn't for my faith, I guarantee you I would be drinking every day, smoking every day, like making it my crutch. Because when you don't have God, you turn to the worldly things, and you start drinking and you start maybe overeating. Maybe you go sleep around. I mean, I don't know, whatever your thing is, pornography. That is why I'm so grateful that it wasn't in the first 2 years of my faith, that it came, how many years is it now? 2013 to 2024. 11, 12 years? How much? I don't do math. It's such an embarrassment. Oh my gosh, it just almost blew snot out of my nose. It's sad, but I'm really bad at math, unless I have a calculator. So I'm so happy that it happened at a time when I was solid. You know what I mean? I knew how to fight the spiritual battle. I knew how to pray. I knew how to hear God's voice. I mean, the first few years of my life, all it was learning the faith and trying to stop doing all the things that I was doing, which was totally against what Jesus tells us to do. And then I was in La La Land. Even when I first started my ministry, I was still in La La Land. I did not know about spiritual warfare. I was deep into learning how to pray. Hey. Oh, please don't tell me you have to go out. Okay. Put some comments down. She's wailing at the door. I got to let her out. Hold on. Jeez, I just took you out. You're supposed to be asleep, too. Okay, come on. Like a good girl. You go poo like that. Good girl, yay! That's a good girl. So proud of you. Hey. Oh, so sorry. I took her out to go potty before this. Ooh, but she. Hey, look. You're not doing that. Come here. Give me this rug. Hey. Thank you. It is a full-time job, I'm telling you, with this girl. But she went poop, so yay for that. Okay. Jenny, okay. I don't ask for sufferings. I'm a chicken, LOL. But I do offer whatever comes up my way. By the way, I sometimes don't. I forget. God is out of space and time, and you. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. So sometimes she goes poop twice. So I'm just watching to see if that's one of the times. She's smelling everything. God is out of space and time. That means that you can totally, absolutely 1000% pray and offer it up to Jesus, uniting it to him on the cross. What is that? You're saying, Lord, I'm suffering a little bit, and I forgot to unite it to you and make it meritorious. What does meritorious mean? Make it mean something. You're offering up your suffering to Jesus. And then you could pray for yourself. You could pray for someone else. You can just give it to Jesus and say, do with it what you will. But it means something. Look at all the suffering that Jesus did for us. This is what it's about. It's also about sacrifice. So we are dying, should be dying to ourselves, dying to the things that we love, that we know that aren't good for us, overeating, drinking alcohol, doing drugs, watching porn, talking foul-mouthed like. Okay, that didn't come out well. Cursing. I say this all the time, cursing. When you are swearing, you are cursing someone, something, or yourself. Stop swearing. Are you over 16, 17 years old? Even 16, 17 years old and younger shouldn't be swearing, but come on, we're old enough. I remember someone told me that people who swear aren't smart enough to think of other words. I took offense to that because I was a big swearer, but now I totally get it. Okay. Are you going to install a doggy door in Tennessee? No, absolutely not, because all the way around my acre and a half is woods. Until I get her trained, where are you? Sierra. Oh, there you are. You do not have to go back out. Oh my gosh. She's looking at her. She's looking at her reflection. Who is that? Is that Sierra? Okay. Heck no. Not until at least she's old enough where she knows boundaries, because there are ticks down there like crazy. I know I can have tick and flea meds and all that kind of stuff, but I'm really trying to do something natural. Sierra! Oh my gosh. Let me just let her out and I won't go with her. I'm going to let you out on your own. Now I know she's making it up because she went right to the left and started eating leaves. So she's outside. That is exactly. But do you have a fence? I cannot imagine not having a doggy door. Do you have a fence? That would be a big difference. Oh, hello, Maria. Thank you for joining. When you offer your suffering for other salvation, it's like a slap in the face for the devil. Amen. Amen to that. Did you sell your other house? So this is the other house that I'm in right now. Here's the spiel with that. My buyer had a contingency on their house. Their buyer, their financing fell through. So this house that they have, oh my gosh, she's got a stick in her mouth that she thinks she's going to bring inside. So this buyer has a beautiful home in Chicago. They're a husband and a wife and a little baby, and they want to get out of the city. I expected after this weekend actually of the week, they had a ton of people coming through the house, but no offers as of today. So I'm going to have to make a decision to figure out what we need to do. I think in the contract that they could get another home by the 21st, which is in a few days. But hang on, I want to bring her in. Hello. Want to bring her a stick? Come on, baby. Oh, you can't come in. Hang on. Here, hang on. I'm sorry, everyone. She totally wrapped herself up around the patio furniture, and then she got stuck and she couldn't get in. Okay, so bottom line, I'm waiting. I'm going to talk to my Sierra. Stop. I'm going to talk to my realtor and figure out what we're going to do. So if I have to wait till the 21st and they still don't have the house sold, I think I can let it go, put it back on the market. My realtor is probably saying we need to put it on the market faster. Sierra, stop. This is where she gets tired and she just goes crazy. Okay, yes, your yard is fenced. So I might get a doggy door in that instance too. Okay. So many things that we can do. But the best for me was to live my faith. And I cannot tell you how it impacted my neighbors, my friends, my family. I mean, and I wasn't doing it for them. I was just doing it because through my prayers, through what God told me, through what I believe was my husband visiting me in a multitude of ways, I had to be happy. I mean, I wasn't, Sierra, come here. I don't even know what to do with you. What is your problem? Why are you on the ground there? No, I'm not going in the basement. Come here. Oh, I'm going to take you outside. I will take you outside after we're done, okay? So you can be, dude, you get into everything. Okay. So you could totally be the witness, you know? Be that person who can suffer with a little joy. I mean, I wasn't laughing by any stretch of the imagination, but I also wasn't, dude, I love you, but you're killing me here. Okay? I want to get down. All right, look. I offer this up to God. This is a suffering sometimes because she just, what? Okay. People, I don't even know what to do. You're all going to hate me, but I got to take her and put her on this lead after I get it on. Okay, no. She found some toys. Okay. This is my life. I'm not kidding. I mean, I really honestly don't get anything done because half the time I'm watching her, keeping her out of stuff, or I'm playing with her. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so you can be that witness when God says that we should be joyful when we're persecuted. There's a little suffering there. You know, have you ever had a person turn to you and just lay into you and say, I'm done with you, you and your crazy Catholic stuff, you're going to hell or whatever? I mean, I have. And the first time I hated it. I mean, I had like this pit in my stomach. I'm like, oh my gosh, I am losing this guy that I've known for like 11 years. What in the world is going on here? And then I said, God, help me to be persecuted and actually be okay with it. Be joyful. A month later, I got a private message in Facebook. What is it? You are blocked. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And as I'm reading it, I smiled. And I was like, okay. Because you know what? If you're not being persecuted, you're probably not living out loud your faith. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but with the people that God put in your life, that is who, excuse me. That is who you should be a witness to. And also know your faith. Be able to talk to people in your life who aren't Christian, who maybe don't believe in God, who are another denomination, or even another religion. Know enough about your faith so that you can defend it. Even though you don't want to be in a defensive mode, you want to be, this is where she's playing with that toy again. You don't want to be in a defensive state. You want to be lovingly sharing this. I'm sharing this with you because I love you. That's how, on my very first video, you talk to people about their sin, but you can also talk about your faith in the exact same way. This is a heart. In between the word heart, there is ear, and you need to listen as well. Don't try to be right. Take a listen. Make little notes in your head. Maybe you don't even talk about it at that moment. You see that person another time, and then you start talking about, when you mentioned yada, 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 I was thinking about this, and I really love you, and I want to share this with you because this is really what that means in the Bible or something like that, It's the hardest to talk to the people in your family. And that is where you have to be strong. Offer up that suffering when you're persecuted and they don't want to hear a thing out of your mouth. So for me, the whole deal was me changing. And then when I started changing, people started changing around me. Like when my dad would come over, he would say JC sometimes, and I'm like, hey. And he's like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot what house I'm in. People don't swear as much around me. Even when my husband would, drop it every now and then, I'm like, hey, he cleaned up his language. I mean, he wasn't nearly as bad as me, but I was like, F, 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 every other word. Every other word. And I thought I was cool. When I was trying to change my swearing, I thought, will anyone like me? Anyway, if they don't like me, that's okay. I'm not here to have people like me. I'm not, gosh, it's a dry throat. Sorry, so bad. I don't care what people think about me. I don't care if they like me. I live for that audience of one, and that's how we all have to start living, because this world is going to hell. Gosh, I'm so sorry. Look at it. And if you're not speaking up, and if you're not calling out what's going on, what are you going to tell Jesus? Oh, I was a little bit afraid of what my mom would say, or my brother, or my friend, or my coworker. I didn't want to have them not like me. I didn't want them to talk about me behind my back. Pray for detachment. Detachment. And you will get it. You will get it. Because there's something about freedom from what people say about you, think about you. I don't care. I don't. And I lived most of my life, 45 years of it, living and breathing by what people might be thinking about me. So I was the one that was talking about behind people's backs more because I didn't want them to talk behind my back. This was in the workplace. Do not gossip. It's the last snare of the devil. And you can even say, you don't have to participate. If people are talking about someone, if people are talking about someone, you don't have to participate. You could even say, which is what I did when I was a manager, because we would talk about everybody else in the all the different departments because I was in IT. And guess who was talking about him first? Me. So as we were in team meetings, boy, they got a lot shorter. And I said, look, I'm not going to talk about anyone. I don't want you guys to talk about anyone. Everyone has their skill set and there's problems in the, project, but we can't be pointing the fingers to the business all the time. And then the business pointing their fingers back at us. The meetings went so much faster. There wasn't this emotion there. And I was being a leader. Yet I led that other way for so many years. So sad. God, the world is not perfect. You're going to suffer. God wants you to do it with joy by offering it up to Him, making it meritorious, and being faithful, living your faith, even if that person lived the worst life ever. I don't know if you've heard before, but I heard someone say, and I think he was not a mystic, but Jesus spoke to him. I don't remember what that name of that is. Shuri? Maybe you can put that in there too. So God spoke to him and he said, Jesus, by the way, I offer you 3 times to say yes to me. And I told my husband that. I said 3 times, man. I told my brothers that. I told my mom, my dad. And I said, and most people wait till the 3rd time to say yes. Don't be that person. Share that with everybody. God's mercy is so great. They might be in the lowest part of purgatory, and it may take them some time to get up into heaven, but at least they're not burning in hell. Locution, that's it. Oh my gosh, Sheree, you've been my word of the day person. Locution. Thank you. Awesome. Okay. What other comments do you guys have that could help anyone in a situation where they're suffering and they need to just turn around that pity party? Like, seriously, I never got mad at God. I didn't. I said, okay, what do you want me to do now? I felt very lost, but it didn't last for long. I didn't pray. So he died on a Saturday. I didn't pray Sunday. I didn't go to mass that Sunday either. Believe it or not, I was so just getting sleep when I could. I wasn't sleeping all night. It was crazy. Went to confession for that, by the way. Monday, I started praying, and that was the day that I had a private mass with that same priest who I love. I prayed over my husband when he was dead on the floor. And that was also when John Morales called Drew Mariani on Relevant Radio and with Father Rocky that night at the live rosary across America. And I cannot tell you how I felt the prayers, how my phone lit up. I mean, I didn't really tell anybody. I didn't go on video. I mean, I didn't do anything, right? I think I went on my podcast maybe Wednesday after the Saturday that he died, but I didn't go on video for quite some time. And I knew with all of the prayers, think about it, past, present, and future, the masses that were said, a stack of them, I still have them in my kind of credenza thing over there. I mean, I felt the prayers. So even if you don't have a platform like this where you can get, millions of prayers during the Relevant Radio stuff, it doesn't matter. God knows what I have available to me. God knows what you have available to you and how you can continue to sacrifice and fast and pray for the people who are gone. No time like the present. And that was when I started praying for the people in purgatory, because I really never had anyone that passed away that was in my direct family, except my dad, and then immediately my husband, and my mother-in-law too. Crazy. Just crazy. But we are different. We're supposed to live a very joyful life. This is why Christians and Catholics that have that mopey face and don't talk to anybody. And I mean, that's not what we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be this joy and this hope for people out there and live our faith. If we truly believe it, then why would I be upset? I'm telling you, I have to remind myself all the time. And I just cry because it's emotional, you know, but I'm not crying because I'm sad. If that makes any sense. I'm a crier. If you haven't figured that out yet, you know now. I mean, I cry a lot, but it doesn't mean that I'm in this despair and this depression and I don't get myself over it. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. Oh my goodness, now she's running around with the leash. Okay. Oh, by the way, Audrey was the one who knew. I'm pushing that up. So Cherie is with Audrey. I remember when Cherie, you texted me and you're like, Audrey was wondering if you wanted to have a mass said for Jeff. And I'm like, wondering, yes, do it. And it was the most beautiful, like a hard cover. Oh, it was just awesome. A hardcover blue. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was amazing. And you two are on my prayer list. All right, Teresa, caring what people think about you holds you back of doing God's will. Amen. Amen. I mean, I remember when I started this ministry, I was still in that stage of, oh my gosh, will I actually put it on LinkedIn? LinkedIn is a place where I've, built a huge network of professionals. That was the very last, and it took me 2 weeks to do it, place that I posted anything, that I told anybody what I was doing, that I was leaving the corporate world. I never got any kind of comment that was negative. Most of them were in my private messages, just basically saying, oh my gosh, good for you. Like more power to you kind of thing. It was really, 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 really cool. Hey, Karen, I took your advice from your podcast today and did 20 decades, more bouquets for our mother. Yay! Okay. Y'all know probably if you've been listening or following me for a while. Gosh, I want to say, it wasn't after my husband died. It was before that. Cherie, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it was definitely after that. Before that, I'm sorry. Because I was, hey. Oh, no. Here, just lay in it. You're never going to go. Okay. Sorry about that. I was listening to Gabby After Hours. If you don't know who he is, please check out his website. I'm sorry, his YouTube channel, Gabby, Gabi After Hours. So way long ago, I was just looking at all of these Mary videos. And he said, here are the promises if you pray 4 of the rosaries, not just 1, all 4 mysteries. Now, I've given you the 15 prayers, and I didn't think it was all 4. That's what he said. I have to go back and look and see if that's the case. And he's like, think of the kids in Fatima. The 7-year-old was praying those all 4 a day, if not more, making us adults look really bad, and he's like, do it in 1 in the morning, 1 in the car on the way to work, 1 at lunch, 1 at, dinner, and then 1 before you go to bed, or I think that's 5, I said, sorry. But I started it, and then I didn't do it in the morning. That's when I have to do it. If I try to spread it across the day, it ain't happening. At least I know that about myself. So, of course, I was watching him again today, and he said it again. And I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like, I was up at 4:45 this morning. I didn't sit down and start praying till 5:30 because of that one. It's a lot to get us to sit down and calm down and pray because I can't do it if she's running around and she's biting me. If I'm sitting, not laying, but I have like a recliner kind of leather couch over there, and she will just bother me. So it's not even worth it. So I play with her a little bit, get her outside, and it's that early that she'll go right back to bed. And I can do 1. I can do 4. I know I can do 4. So Karen, rock on for doing that. And thank you for doing this again, putting it back up there. Because I did 1 today, And the rest of my day has been these videos that I've been trying to catch up. And I swear I'm giving you the Saturday with Kendra, supposedly on Sunday. Now it's going to be on Monday. I have them edited. I just have to split them. So I do one for the public people, and then I do a longer one for my members. So stay tuned. It's saved. I just got to upload it. Okay, maybe I'm coming down with something. I don't know. By the way, yeah, it's a tickle or something. If you have a sore throat, the minute you get it, go gargle hydrogen peroxide. I'm not kidding. Takes it out immediately. Because mine all start in my throat when I get a cold. It doesn't hurt, but it's tickling a little bit. I don't know. Very strange. Okay. Chris. Hey, buddy. When things don't go as I expected, I ask God to show me why. Yes. For example, I'm now home from work with a double knee injury. Sierra. Sorry, that might have been loud in that microphone. I've been trying to stay positive and know I am where God wants me. You know what? I think that's great, Chris, because you ended up saying maybe this is the time for me to rest, take a break from your job, go back to your job more refreshed, I think it's Sierra. I'm sorry, guys. I eventually have to take her out. I'm going to do it. Hang with me. Or drink pineapple juice for that throat tickle. That's got sugar in it. Oh, sugar. I don't think they have no sugar pineapple juice. But I don't know. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay. There's a big dog barking out there, and she's standing at the top of the deck saying, do I go out or don't I go out? Live a little, drink the pineapple juice. I love pineapples. They are awesome. I actually have some frozen pineapples in my, ooh, that's weird. I was out of focus. Down in Tennessee in the freezer. I bought those in bananas. Something about those two that do good with like your lymph nodes and all that kind of stuff. I have this weird neck thing going on. Like, look at that. The whole other side. Look at that. I don't know what that is. It's anything from lymph nodes to cancer. But like I push on this side and it comes out on that side. That's not good. Can you guys do that at home? When you push on one side? Maybe you can. It doesn't hurt. But it's like this. I need a functional doctor to get into this stuff. Ah, yes, they're anti-inflammatory. They're so good, especially in pina coladas. Okay, here she is. Hi. Hey. Oh, what's up? What's up? Oh, no. Come here. Oh, hey, come here. Are you okay? Oh, are you okay? Can you breathe? Can you breathe? Are you okay? Oh, come on. Are you okay? Sarah, are you? Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, God. Oh, God, you scared the living death out of me. Oh, are you eating that leaf again? Ah, hello. Oh, my gosh. I love you. Oh, you heard that? I thought she couldn't breathe. Her teeth were all jammed together. I stuck my finger down her throat. Okay, I'm gonna let you go. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay. That was pretty scary. Because she came running back to the door. That's why I got up. I'm like, oh no, something's not right. Oh, I'm a little shaky from that. Okay. That's how much that little one means to me. Oh, all right. Ah. Did you get a thyroid scan? No, I didn't. I did not. I want to get like a real doctor. Does that happen to you guys? Maybe that's swollen. Stop. Oh my God. Okay. I don't know why my camera's doing that. Hey, let me know if you think of anything with that. It's just very weird. And that is where your thyroid is, isn't it? Is it all the way over here? No, that's not okay. Oh. Okay, I got to go get that looked at. It hasn't been very long, but you can see. Oh, okay. Could be another suffering I can offer up. You never know. All righty, everyone. I'm going to wrap this up. I think that was quite the ending. Live your faith. Show how you are a Christian. When horrible things happen, when little things happen, it really matters. It truly matters. And offer it to God. Let's not forget to offer it up, because every time we do, we can pray for someone, pray for ourselves, and make it meritorious. Suffer with joy. It's what Christians do. And I will talk to you. Listen to Chris. Yeah, I will. Maybe I'll go into my doctor this week. Very weird. Oh, actually, I'll call her and leave a message right now. All right. Love you all. Thanks, Jenny. Love everyone here. We will talk again soon. This time, same Bat channel. I don't know if you guys all know Batman, but I love these. I think next time I have to talk about Halloween. So I'm getting close. And I think this just took this with my dad's yesterday and my husband's tomorrow birthday. It just had to be talked about. Alrighty. I love you all so much. Find something more with God, as always, soul, mind, and body. And have a blessed and inspired day. I'm ending the stream. I'm going to go hug that little one.